Alright guys, we went through the series fundamentals from the mount, did a couple techniques. We ended up in the turtle guard. I used to think the turtle guard was a very desperate position. It's been trained so much now that it's a very effective defensive position. And you're able to hunt for different offensive techniques from the turtle position on the bottom. We'll get into those at a later time. Right now I'm going to go over fundamentals of attacking the turtle guard. What I like to do, the first thing I like to do is go for what's known as the clock choke. The clock choke is like this. I grab the lapel under the armpit. This is all happening while they're turtled up. I'm just showing you what's going on over there. And I pull this tight in one motion. The next motion, just like the choke from the back, I stick my thumb in and I want about a 45-degree angle. Too deep, this will hurt your wrist. Too shallow, won't be a tight enough choke. You just want, pull it tight, stick your thumb in, and that'll work right there. That's a good grip for the clock choke. The next thing you do on the version of the clock choke that I'm teaching now is you grab the wrist of the person, taking away one of their means of defense. Once you have all this, you dive your chest onto the back of their head, pinning their head, their forehead to the mat. It gives them a sense of security, like they feel like they can roll and relieve the pressure, but they cannot. Their head is stuck to the mat and they cannot roll without their head. Your whole body weight is on the back of their head and eliminating them from being able to roll and relieve pressure on the choke. This is one of the most powerful chokes that there are because of that. It's called a clock choke because you walk your feet in a clockwise position if you're on the left side like I am, and that tightens the choke as you turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change the angle for you so you can see. It's hard to see what's going on under there, but it's hell. Let me tell you. There's no way out once you get this. You're in pretty big trouble if you're on the bottom. You could grab anywhere on the opposite lapel, similar to the choke from the back. You dive your pec or your chest onto the back of their head and walk your feet around. As you walk your feet around, the choke gets tight, they can't roll, they go to sleep. This choke can be very dangerous in training if you don't know what you're doing, and if you got a proud opponent that doesn't like to yell the word tap. It's probably a beginner, because that's my favorite thing to do. The best move in jiu-jitsu is the tap, in my opinion. I've managed to avoid injury my whole time training for over a decade, and it's because I'm with my friends. I'm tapping out. It doesn't matter. Competition's different. I don't tap very easily in competition. With my training partners, they're on my team. It's a respect thing as well. Like, you got me. I concede that you have done your job and I didn't defend well. I could be Mr. Tough Guy, risk injury, or I could say, good job, buddy. Let's try again. I learned something. So, again, when you're on the bottom, you're getting clock choked. This is what's happening. This is the grip you start with. As you walk around, you run out of places where the blood could flow to your brain. It's difficult to tap because sometimes you're on your tap hand and sometimes they don't hear you tapping yourself. Sometimes I've tapped like this to a clock choke before and that people barely feel you. I've choked a guy unconscious and he was out for like 30 seconds before I realized that he was out. And he didn't wake right up all the way, right away. I was terrified that I hurt this guy. But it was just a super tight choke and a super proud guy that didn't want to say tap, tap, tap. Honestly, there's times where that's the best way to do it. Let there be no doubt that you're tapping, no gray area, just say it out loud. Yeah. It doesn't mean you're less of a man or anything. We've all done it. And people with some color on their belt have done it a lot. Because it's just, jiu-jitsu teaches you to control your ego, you know. It teaches you how to win, it teaches you how to lose, which is equally important to me. When you lose, when you're able to lose without feeling defeated, you understand exactly where you are, how much more you need to learn, and it's just good to know that. A lot of people don't know where they are, you know. They don't know how they fit in against other people because they don't put themselves in a position to find that out. It's a very valuable aspect of training jiu-jitsu and martial arts. So I hope you guys liked the clock choke technique from the turtle. There's other ways to apply it. I'll show in another video. Alright, thanks. Like, share, comment. I look forward to your questions and your comments. Thank you.